Whoa, look at that.
It's raining gold here.
Oh my God.
That's impressive. 310.45. Yeah, big red. Honestly, good job, guys.
Parker Schnabel's story is one of ambition, perseverance, and incredible success. But it is also filled with moments of heartbreak that have shaped the person he is today. As a prominent figure on the hit reality TV series Gold Rush, Parker's life has been laid bare for millions of viewers to see. But behind the bright lights and the allure of gold mining, there are struggles and challenges that have tested Parker in ways that few could imagine. From the loss of loved ones to the immense pressures of living up to his family's legacy, Parker's journey has been filled with personal sacrifices and moments of deep emotional pain. But why is this new information about Parker Schnabel particularly heartbreaking? It's because it shows the more human side of a person who is often seen as invincible. Parker has been thrust into the spotlight at a young age, and although his professional achievements are nothing short of remarkable, there is a side to his life that we don't often see on television. For years, Parker has been admired for his skill, determination, and the way he manages to run his gold mining operation with such precision. However, behind the camera and beneath the surface, there are profound struggles that have impacted him deeply. The legacy of Parker Schnabel, a burden and a blessing. Parker Schnabel grew up immersed in the world of gold mining, surrounded by the sounds of drilling and the promise of riches that came with the pursuit of gold. His grandfather, John Schnabel, was the patriarch of the Schnabel family and the mastermind behind Big Nugget Mine. John's expertise and reputation in the mining industry were well established, and he had created a thriving mining operation that was known for its success in finding gold. From an early age, Parker was drawn to this world and the traditions that came with it. He wasn't just a bystander. He was expected to take up the mantle and carry on his family's legacy. Being raised with this sense of responsibility meant that Parker's future was always tied to the mine, and he knew that one day he would be expected to manage it and continue the work his grandfather had started. While many people might view inheriting a successful family business as a privilege or an opportunity to continue a prosperous legacy, for Parker it has been both a blessing and a burden. He wasn't given a free ride. Instead, he was groomed from a very young age to step into his grandfather's shoes, a role that would require him to prove himself both to his family and to the public. The pressure was immense, not just to meet the high standards set by his grandfather, but also to live up to the expectations of a wider audience watching his every move. As Parker became more involved in the family business, he quickly realized that the responsibility of managing Big Nugget Mine would not be an easy task. It came with challenges that required hard work, decision-making, and leadership at a level far beyond his years. And while Parker embraced the challenges, there were moments when the weight of this legacy felt overwhelming, especially as he was thrust into the spotlight at such a young age. The public's perception of Parker has been shaped by his role on Gold Rush, where viewers watch him navigate the often perilous world of gold mining in Alaska. He's shown to be a hard-working and capable leader, someone who is always up for the challenge. Yet, beneath his calm and collected exterior, Parker has been struggling with the weight of expectations. His grandfather's death in 2016 was a major turning point in his life. Not only did Parker lose a mentor and a friend, but he also inherited the responsibility of managing the mining operation that had been built over decades. While Parker was just 22 years old at the time, the emotional toll of his grandfather's passing and the heavy responsibility of maintaining Big Nugget Mine took a toll on him. Heartbreaking loss: the death of Parker's grandfather, John Schnabel. One of the most heartbreaking moments in Parker Schnabel's life came with the death of his beloved grandfather, John Schnabel. To viewers of Gold Rush, John was more than just a grandfather. He was a larger-than-life figure known for his wisdom, charm, and generosity. He had become a symbol of what hard work, resilience, and dedication could accomplish in the demanding world of gold mining. John was not only Parker's grandfather, but also his mentor, a constant guiding force in his life. For years, Parker had looked up to him not just as a family member, but as the person who had shaped his understanding of the world of mining. John had spent decades building up Big Nugget Mine, and it was under his watchful eye that Parker first learned the ropes of gold mining. From his grandfather, Parker learned the intricacies of operating machinery, understanding the value of perseverance in the face of failure, and the importance of managing resources and people. John's death in 2016 was not just the loss of a family member, but the loss of a guiding figure who had been instrumental in shaping Parker's journey. The impact of this loss was profound, as it left Parker to face the daunting task of continuing the family's mining legacy without the physical presence of the person who had shown him the way. Losing John was heartbreaking, not just because of the personal connection they shared, but because it meant that Parker had to navigate the world of gold mining on his own. He had always spoken with deep admiration about the lessons his grandfather taught him, both in the field of mining and in life. John had instilled in him a deep understanding of the importance of hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to take risks, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. After John's passing, Parker found himself in the difficult position of having to continue the work at Big Nugget Mine while processing his grief. This was not just a professional challenge, it was a deeply personal one. Parker was left to carry on the work with a heavy heart, and the emotional burden of living up to the legacy that John had built became even more pronounced. Despite his grief, Parker's resolve to carry on his grandfather's work never wavered. He channeled his sorrow into his work, determined to honor John's memory by continuing the mining operation with the same dedication and passion his grandfather had shown. Though the pain of loss was evident, Parker's unwavering commitment to carrying on the legacy of Big Nugget Mine was a testament to the deep bond he shared with John and the lessons that would stay with him for the rest of his life. For Parker, mining was never just about the money or the fame. It was about honoring his family's legacy. The pressure of living up to that legacy has been difficult, but it's also something that has kept Parker going through the hardest times in his life. However, it wasn't just the emotional toll of the loss that hit Parker hard. He was also faced with the monumental task of continuing to manage Big Nugget Mine and maintain the profitability of the operation, all while dealing with the personal heartbreak of losing the person who had shaped his life in so many ways. The strain of running a gold mining operation at a young age. While Parker Schnabel's rise to success has been widely praised, the reality of running a multi-million-dollar gold mining operation at such a young age has been anything but easy. By the time Parker was in his early 20s, he had already taken on the monumental task of managing a large crew and overseeing a massive mining operation in one of the harshest environments in the world. Alaska, with its freezing temperatures, unpredictable weather, and remote location, is not a place for the faint of heart. The demands of gold mining in the region are both physically and mentally exhausting, requiring not only expert technical knowledge but also a remarkable level of resilience and determination. Every season on Gold Rush brought new challenges, from the relentless cold to the long working hours, all while managing a high-stakes operation that could make or break with the discovery, or lack of discovery, of gold. The pressure was enormous, and the experience was often grueling, both for Parker and his crew. Despite his youthful appearance, Parker was thrust into the leadership role at a time when he was still coming of age. Managing a crew of seasoned miners who had decades of experience in the field presented a huge obstacle. Many of them were older and had been mining longer than Parker had been alive. Gaining their respect was a challenge that Parker had to overcome early on, and he quickly learned that leadership in the gold mining world was about more than just technical skill. It was about trust, authority, and the ability to keep a team motivated under extreme conditions. The emotional toll of being in charge weighed heavily on him, and Parker often had to push himself beyond his limits to make sure that everything ran smoothly. The pressure to perform was relentless. Parker not only had to find gold, which was difficult enough in the rugged terrain of Alaska, but he also had to ensure that the operation stayed profitable and sustainable. For a young man with no formal business training, the responsibility was enormous. He was tasked with managing both the financial and logistical aspects of the mining operation, while also keeping morale high among his crew. This constant juggling act took a toll on his mental health, and as time went on, Parker admitted that the emotional and physical exhaustion became increasingly difficult to manage. The weight of this responsibility, combined with the expectations placed on him by both his family and the public, led to moments of self-doubt, frustration, and burnout. Over time, the pressures of being both a young leader and the face of Gold Rush began to take their toll on Parker's well-being. While he had always been driven and determined, the relentless grind of overseeing the mine, managing a diverse team, and living up to the legacy of his grandfather left him emotionally drained. Parker's story is a testament to the fact that success often comes at a great personal cost, and the mental and emotional strain of leading a gold mining operation at such a young age is a challenge few could fully understand. But Parker continued to push forward, showing resilience and determination even in the face of extreme exhaustion, and proving that he had the strength to carry on the legacy of Big Nugget Mine despite the toll it took on him. Parker has openly admitted in interviews that the stress of running a gold mining operation took a huge toll on his emotional well-being. He was constantly battling exhaustion, frustration, and self-doubt. Despite his outward success, he found it difficult to balance the demands of his career with his personal life, and the pressure to keep up with the legacy of his grandfather was a constant source of stress. 1. Parker's personal life, a life in the spotlight. While Parker Schnabel's professional struggles and achievements are well documented, his personal life has also been a source of significant heartbreak and turmoil. Despite his immense popularity on Gold Rush and the constant media attention that comes with being a well-known TV personality, Parker has faced considerable difficulties when it comes to maintaining personal relationships. In the high-stakes, cutthroat world of gold mining, where success is measured by the amount of gold you can find and the profitability of your operation, there is little room for a personal life. The demands of the business often took precedence, and Parker's relentless drive to succeed meant that he often found himself consumed by his work, leaving little time or energy for anything else. This single-minded focus on the mine has strained Parker's relationships with those closest to him. He has been open about the fact that his dedication to Big Nugget Mine and Gold Rush has made it difficult to maintain a balanced life. In an industry that requires long hours, grueling work in remote locations, and an unwavering commitment to success, personal connections often take a back seat. This was especially true for Parker, who, despite his youthful energy and determination, found that the pressures of his professional life often took precedence over his personal well-being. His relationships, both romantic and familial, have faced challenges due to the intense time commitments and stress associated with running a large gold mining operation. One of the most public and heartbreaking moments in Parker's personal life came with the end of his romantic relationship with former crew member Ashley Yule. The two were romantically involved for a period of time, and their relationship was closely followed by fans of Gold Rush. However, in 2017, Parker and Ashley's relationship ended, which was a major source of emotional turmoil for Parker. The breakup was not only deeply personal, but was also made public, as it was widely covered in the media, adding an extra layer of pressure to an already difficult time in his life. The emotional fallout from the split was evident, as Parker had been genuinely attached to Ashley, and the breakup left him heartbroken. To make matters worse, the public nature of their breakup made it harder for Parker to move on. Being a well-known figure means that your private life is often under a microscope, and for Parker, this exposure only added to the emotional stress he was experiencing. Having to navigate the pain of a breakup while also dealing with the pressures of managing a multi-million-dollar mining operation was incredibly taxing. Parker has always been someone who prefers to keep his personal life private, but his role as a public figure meant that his relationship struggles were often laid bare for the world to see. The end of his relationship with Ashley was just one of many personal challenges that Parker had to face, and it served as a reminder that even those who seem to have it all often face their own battles behind the scenes. The end of Parker's relationship with Ashley was painful for him, and it came at a time when he was already struggling with the demands of his mining business and the loss of his grandfather. While Parker has kept much of his personal life private, it's clear that the heartbreak he experienced during this time has left an impact on him. He has spoken about the difficulty of balancing the demands of his career with the need to maintain personal connections, and how the pressures of the show and his mining operation have made it challenging to build meaningful relationships outside of work. The challenges of finding personal peace amidst the chaos. As Parker Schnabel continues to build on his success in the world of gold mining, it has become increasingly clear that he has learned some valuable lessons over the years. While his rise to prominence and wealth in the mining industry has been impressive, Parker has grown more introspective as he navigates the complexities of fame and fortune. He has become more focused on finding personal peace and balance in his life, realizing that true contentment is not something that can be measured by the amount of gold you mine or the size of the business you run. The experiences he's had, both the highs and the lows, have shaped his perspective and taught him that success in the gold mining world does not always equate to happiness. For Parker, his journey has revealed that the pursuit of gold is not the only thing that defines his life. Although he has always been driven and ambitious, the personal costs of his success, whether it was the strain on his relationships, the emotional toll of leadership, or the loss of his beloved grandfather, have made him realize that happiness isn't always found in the gold that you uncover or the accomplishments you achieve. Over time, Parker has come to understand that true fulfillment stems from within, and that no matter how much gold is discovered, it cannot replace the importance of mental well-being, personal relationships, and emotional growth. Despite the fame, fortune, and recognition that come with being a star on Gold Rush, Parker has discovered that personal happiness is not defined by external markers of success. It is not measured by the number of viewers who watch the show or the amount of gold that is mined. Instead, Parker has learned that inner peace, emotional stability, and a sense of balance are the true indicators of a successful and meaningful life. His experiences, both the challenges and triumphs, have helped him prioritize what truly matters, such as health, personal relationships, and emotional well-being. Parker has grown into a man who understands that while the world of gold mining may offer material wealth, it is the intangible aspects of life that ultimately bring lasting joy. As Parker continues his journey, he has become more grounded, more thoughtful, and more attuned to the importance of finding harmony between his career and his personal life. This shift in mindset marks a new chapter in Parker's life, one where he can celebrate his achievements while also focusing on what brings him true happiness. The lessons he has learned over the years have helped him realize that success is not just about finding gold. It is about finding balance, peace, and the ability to live a fulfilled and meaningful life, regardless of the challenges that come along the way. In recent years, Parker has taken steps to prioritize his mental health and personal well-being. He has been open about the struggles he faced during the earlier years of his career and has made an effort to focus more on his personal life, including spending time with friends and family. While the pressures of mining and the legacy of his grandfather will always be part of his story, Parker has started to realize that taking care of himself is just as important as continuing to build his mining empire. Stay updated on Parker Schnabel's journey. Subscribe now. Parker Schnabel's life has been a roller coaster of triumphs and heartaches, but his story is far from over. As he continues to navigate the challenges of gold mining, personal relationships, and maintaining a legacy, there's always more to learn about this fascinating young man. If you want to stay updated on the latest developments in Parker's journey and get exclusive insights into his life both on and off the screen, be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. Stay connected and follow the incredible story of one of the most resilient figures in the world of gold mining today.